Take a look at the energy markets today. I want to focus on WTI crude. WTI crude up on the day, up, a nice move actually, coming off of Friday's reversal after we saw some significant selling pressure last week. We saw some moderation on Friday and a little continuation today. Saw it settle right around the 56.20 level. We did see a high of 57.02 though earlier this morning and a low of 55.70 throughout the day. So fairly volatile session for WTI once again. I want to point out that we did see the highs this morning, and that was primarily, I believe, due to what we saw, the geopolitical risk, what was taking place in the Straits of Hormuz or the Persian Gulf, the UK tanker that's being held by the Iranian Red Guard, I believe, but nonetheless being held by Iran, and the tensions there escalated. There were concerns of how the UK was going to handle that. They did come out and indicate that they were looking to try to negotiate some kind of release on that tanker. So that's, I think, why we saw WTI come under a little bit of selling pressure, but still be able to hold up on the day. Also, another theme running under this market that really kicked off last week and I think pushed the price of crude lower was the fact that the U.S. on the other side of this was willing to talk to Iran at least about their nuclear arms situation. And that opened up last week, and I think that was a big catalyst why we saw the WTI space and crude in general come under some selling pressure. And I think that's still driving the price movement here in the market as well this week. Also, looking at the technicals on WTI, some damage there, at least for the short term. Now, last week's selling pressure really kind of reversed the upward momentum. And if you look at it from a technical standpoint over from the June lows, it was looking like a bit of a reverse head and shoulders move coming out of this into July when we saw it moving higher. But now the damage that was done last week from a technical standpoint, the downward momentum, it does appear that there's still further downside here from a technical standpoint if we see the narratives within the marketplace continue. Couple that with the supply concerns moving forward, and that's why I think the Iranian story is so important. Also, demand concerns going into 2020 with the major agencies indicating the slowing demand, and that's why I think you're seeing this amalgamation of all these moving parts, what is now putting some serious downside momentum on WTI, and it does look from a technical standpoint that we could see further downside here before we settle out of this current range.